Okay, so for the last couple weeks, I've been, well, for a week I was sick, and for 2 other weeks, I've been working to get my Sidewinder ready to go. I had a trip to Idaho that was planned for New Year's time. Yeah, got canceled because there's no snow. Sucks. Pretty average experience for me owning a snowmobile though. So, what are we going to do instead? We're going to get this free Phazer 2 running. So I got this sled and an 88 Exciter for free. My guy was cleaning out his yard, didn't want them there anymore, he didn't want them. So we got this. So this sled is it's a 92, I believe, electric start. And it does roll over. It has everything except for the oil tank. I'm not sure why that's gone. But, yeah, we'll figure that one out. I mean, not the easiest, but it's been sitting for probably 10 years, so what more do you expect? For the most part, though, pretty clean sled. What do we got here? Looks like 8,800 miles on it. So she's been run. Seat covers not the greatest. Might replace that. So my plan for this sled though is just leave it stock. I had a stock Phazer 2 prior to building my mod sleds, and I really enjoyed it. It was fun to just go kind of cruise around with, so I think that's what we're gonna do with this one. We're gonna just fix it up, and I do have a little better track that I think will go on here, so we might change that. Check the Hyfax while we're under there. But yeah, so let's get to it. First thing we need to do is the carbs are locked up. They will not move. So obviously we need to get those out of there, get them cleaned. I've got the ultrasonic cleaner here. So let's pop those out of there and see what's going on. Now I've got a decent amount of experience with these Phazers. And I gotta say, in my opinion, getting the carbs out is the worst part. Like, I don't know, they're kind of shoehorned in here. Not a lot of fun. There's a bunch of helicopters in here, so that's not very good. Not what you want to see. No. So yeah, we can look at these. Pretty nasty. Still have gas in them though. There's still gas in the bowls, so that's, I don't know, to me that's kind of a good sign. I don't know. I've seen worse. And you've seen worse if you've watched my videos, so. Alright, so let's get a little teardown action going. We'll start with taking the bowls off the carbs. It's not all locked up, so that's good. And there's gas coming out. Very stale gas. That's not the best thing in the world. Oh, that is varnish. That's not good at all. It's not as bad. A little bit of junk in there though. Not the worst I've ever seen. I mean, the floats are still moving. I definitely think this is salvageable. As long as I get everything cleaned out. Plugs are still soft. I would definitely say that this, oh, I just ripped that one. I would definitely say this sled was probably well taken care of before it got parked. Got the butterflies broken free. They don't move very easy, but they move, so it's a good sign. I think I need to get them jets out of there. Okay, so sprayed some lubricant in here. Worked on these for 5 minutes or so. Seems to be pretty good. We'll have to get them in the ultrasonic cleaner and see how good they come out, I guess. See if we can get gas through all the passages, and should be able to, well, I gotta clean the airbox out, but be able to put them back on there and see if I can get her going. Alright, so I got carbs out of the ultrasonic cleaner. The bottom's cleaned up really good in here, so. The inside's probably not as good as I wanted them to clean up. But a little wire brush action should do pretty good. Okay, so after about an hour of scrubbing stuff with a little wire brush, and about 15 minutes of that was looking for one of these little jets that I took out, and I tried to blow out with air, and it blew across the shop. So this is what we have. Not too bad. All the passages are clean. I can get air through them all. I can get brake cleaner through them all. So I guess we're going to put it back together and get it back on the sled and see what happens. I also do need to get the gas out of the tank and get some new rec fuel to put in that. So for you it'll be 15 seconds, for me it'll be a day, because I need to go get a new little plastic plug, which I have at home. Didn't think to bring them with me though, don't know why. So I'll see you then. Alright, so we're back, and in classic fashion, I have an entire bag of these plugs somewhere at home. Can't find them. I put them somewhere that I wouldn't lose them, and I'd remember where they were. Don't remember where they are. So what we're going to do is I took that plug and I took my calipers here and I measured it, and I found this O-ring that's about the same size. I think it's a little bit bigger, which is good, and I think I'm going to cut it to length and see if it'll fit in that hole. So I've got my little chunk of O-ring cut. A little bit longer, but that's alright. And then we'll go over here, and it fits right in. And I think it's long enough that if it does try and push out, it's just going to hit the bowl, and it shouldn't be able to come all the way out. So hopefully that works, because that's a whole bunch of plugs. And have you guys ever priced these? They're like $12 if you find them on eBay. Like, they're anywhere from $8 to $12. It's ridiculous for one single little plastic plug. So hopefully this works, and I'll have found an easy solution to those plugs being rotted out. Alright, let me get this back together, get it back in the sled. So I noticed that too, that if I let that piece of O-ring slide down it was going to go and cover that hole that can't focus, because why did I buy a Nikon Z50? And so I put a zip tie around it. Not sure if that's the right way to go, but that's what we did. Okay, so I've got everything put back together except for the oil tank, because I forgot that at home. And I'm not 100% sure why they took it off in the first place. Missing one clamp, so I have to get that figured out. But get the carbs reset to, you know, like the factory setting. And I get my jump pack hooked up. I drained about 6 gallons of crappy gas out of it and put a couple gallons of new gas in it. So I guess let's crank it over, see if we can get it fired up. So it starts. It doesn't like me giving it throttle, but it starts, so that's a start. I'll just have to do some fine tuning on it. Okay, so after tinkering with this thing for about an hour, to me it sounds like it's running on one cylinder. I think it needs a set of plugs. But for the most part, I think it just needs some miles put on it. Some gas run through it. So I don't think I'm going to bother with the track right now. We don't have any snow to ride anyways. But yeah, it's pretty good. Might grab a battery for it just in case. I did have some problems with the clutch sticking, and again, I think that's just it needs to be driven. Everything needs to wear back in. But I'm happy with, I would say purchase, but it's not even a purchase. It was free. And that is just another reason why I love these old Yamahas. Get them for free. They've been sitting outside for 10 years. Clean the carbs and they're good to go. Most of the time. But anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you want to see me do more stuff like this, I got a couple more sleds. Hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next one.